Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Kaizer Chiefs lose 2-0 to Chippa United and fail to honor the spirit and soul of Luke Fleurs as a team. Kaizer Chiefs has failed Luke Fleurs. Luke Fleurs is watching Kaizer Chiefs from heaven and saying, just one win, guys. One, just to honor my memory. But anyway, let's talk about the game. Before we get to the game, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get to the game. And please become members, only 20 bucks. Cavin Johnson is a bad coach. We've gone through this in all these times and everything. There's no coaching that can really happen at Chiefs. So I don't really blame Cavin Johnson, because if he's a bad coach, why would we now expect a good coach to all of a second Sunday become a bad coach, to all of a second Sunday become a good coach? So Cavin Johnson is bad, Kaizer Chiefs is bad, and today is going to come up with many different excuses. Before he used to blame the weather. He said teams, when they play Chiefs, they bring 5 sangomas. In this current week, he said the reason why Chiefs didn't do well against Staley is because of the players. So he said he needs to change players. He came to this game, he changed players, and that team that he changed, the team that he brought today, lost 2-0. So today, who is he going to blame? He's going to blame, number one, the ground, because it was raining. Number two, what is he going to blame? He's going to blame that the players are mourning. So the question is going to go out, I'm sure, in the media to be like, if you're going to blame, say the players lost because they are mourning, then why play them and all? Why did you guys accept the fixture? And at the same time, the question that a lot of people are going to ask is this: if you're going to blame mourning, were they mourning against Stellenbosch? Were they mourning against Pirates? Who do you blame? When you lose, you can't just now go and blame money, because they showed good energy, but they just suck as a team. I think we were looking at the game as it was going. I think Chiefs is going on 10 losses in the season already. Others one wasn't at 10 losses in a season at this point. So that should tell you how, from others one is here, we did not progress. We actually have gone down. So last season we finished 5th. This season I don't even think we're going to make the top 8. And it's all thanks to management, to be honest. But let's chat about the game. Chiefs started the game while Saile was beating people on the right. But my problem with Saile, which I always say, is that his decision making, there's so many moments in that game where he had to have a first time pass into the box, but then he would turn, and when he turns, he wants to chip the ball in the box. And the thing is that when you chip the ball in the box, you need to understand that you are making it more difficult for the players, because our Tanzania are not tall. No one is tall again except Ranga, and Ranga is not really the best player in the air, so there's those kind of things. Modi was off. I'm even surprised Modi came in at halftime, because Modi was bad. Modi has been bad since the Staley's game. So Modi was bad in the Staley's game, and they brought him back today. And today he was even worse than the Staley's game. And the next game we play, they're going to bring him back, and he's going to be even worse than today's game. So Modi is that guy who is lucky that they just keep playing him. Vuma, the first goal that was conceded is his fault. This current week when we played Staley's, it was his fault we considered that goal. Why do I say that? The ball was out wide. We already have defenders covering. He had no need to go out. The moment he went out, he made it easy for Titus, because Titus just knew there's no keeper. I'm just going to kick it towards goal. But if he was in the box and Titus said he's going to kick it towards goal, who was he going to find? Boom. Today, Vuma considered the first goal. The first goal is Vuma's fault, and I don't care what anyone says. Why do I say that? They throw the ball in the box. The first guy headers. When the first guy headers, the ball goes into the air. When the ball goes into the air, it goes basically by the close to Vuma's box, by the penalty area. Vuma starts out by running out. And when I say running out, he's saying, I'm going to punch it, because he can see that the Evan guy is tall. So he starts by running out to header the ball out. And then he doubts himself. So midway through, he doubts himself. He starts running backwards. He runs backwards. Evan guy headers it. He's out of position. He tries to dive. He doesn't have the push off, because he's running, he's backtracking. And oftentimes whenever you do coaching for youngsters, etc., they say, if you are a keeper and you're coming out, rather come out. Go and jump on everyone and figure out a way to hit the ball. Because if you come out and you doubt, and you go back. If this person hits it on target, you backtracking. One, you could trip. Two, when you backtracking, you don't have a standing position, meaning that the ball can end up like Vuma here. And because you're backtracking, you can't push off. So you just like dive in one position. You dive like this, basically. But if you're in a standing position, you can dive like that. So that's the basics of being a keeper. And I don't know why I have to teach a professional like Vuma basics about being a keeper. So Vuma in the past 2 games, he has made 2 mistakes. Vuma is reverting back to the mistakes he used to make that made him sit bench, which is my problem. You see, this is the things I don't like, because and in a weird way it's this. Vuma has done so well and saved Chiefs in the past, né? But when you are doing bad, then the keeper can also start making mistakes. Meaning, if Chiefs was winning and beating every team, you wouldn't see Vuma's mistakes. But because now Chiefs is continuously losing and now under pressure, the keeper is the one who starts making mistakes as well. So that is the problem. When you're winning, you don't often see, and you're doing well, you don't often see people's mistakes. But the moment you start losing, those mistakes become too crucial. So that's the thing that's happening with Chiefs. Starting lineup, I had one issue. I didn't want Dove to play left back. I wanted him to continue playing as centre back. The person who was meant to start at left back was Reeve Frosler, and they tried to bring him second half. Kevin Johnson is such a poor coach. I don't even know how else to say it. We are losing the game. Halftime, we are losing the game. What are the 3 substitutions Kevin Johnson made in this game? We are losing 2. Remember, we're losing 2-0. What are the 3 substitutions he made? Kevin Johnson brought in 3 defensive players to go and score goals. He brought in Happy Mashiane, a left back by trade. He brought in Reeve Frosler, a right back / now versatile left back by trade. And then he brought Sitebe, a natural defensive midfielder in Chiefs' system. He brought 3 defensive players when we were losing the game. Do you understand? We're losing 2-0. You sacrifice Danzani, a natural number 10. You put in Sitebe. Now we're playing Matt, Sitebe, Castillo as a 10. But all these guys' natural abilities is to play a defensive player. They don't know how to play attack. Castillo, the only reason Castillo seems like an attacker is because he can header the ball in the box. But he's not an attacker. He's more of a defensive player. So it is so crazy that you lose a game and your coach brings in defenders. We're losing a game. Why does he not bring in Dushabalala Duba? Why does he not do that? Like, the things that Kevin Johnson does really are very confusing to me. Like it's an understatement to even say confusing. I don't know. I'm happy that I love Mfundo Vilakazi. I love him so much, but I am honestly happy that they're not playing him, because he would be under this unnecessary pressure when Chiefs is playing this low quality football. And this pressure is going to end up on the boy. Look at Duba today. The things we expect of Duba now as a 19-year-old, we think Duba is Mbappe. We think Dushabalala is Mbappe and all these things. The pressure I'm seeing this boy under, this boy is this close to cracking, because the fans have had enough of Duba's decision making. Duba tries too hard. And I've said this in previous games. Duba tries too hard. And that is the reason why he makes mistakes. He's trying too hard. But anyway, guys, that is all for today. But all I'm going to say is that it's very sad that in the wake of this week's loss of Luke Fleurs' life, the Chiefs has given Luke Fleurs a send-off like this. This is one of the worst send-offs a team can give a player. Like, it's bad. If I was a player, I wouldn't want Chiefs to give me a send-off, because this is the worst. Imagine a loss like to this degree to a Chippa United. Chippa United that fires coaches left, right, and center. Chippa United, whose players are all rejects of all other teams. Mahlatsi, Chiefs reject. Musele, Chiefs Pirates reject. Malebogelo, whatever, Modise, the left back, is Sundowns reject. Evanga, Pirates reject. Darren Johnson, the goalkeeper, Cape Town Spurs reject. Kamis, also, I think Cape Town Spurs reject as well. All of these players who are shining are rejects of their former teams, meaning those teams did not want, they said they're not good enough. But these boys came into the team and gave Team Chiefs 2-0. That is what we're dealing with. On top of that, what is even worse is Evan Gas scored against Chiefs. After Evan Gas said Chiefs was ready to sign me, but then they took the money down that they had promised me, so I chose to not sign. So I made this comment on Kosi Nation on Bilo's channel, and I said, Evan Gas scoring against Chiefs is like your ex-girlfriend winning the ex-girlfriend who cheated on you. Imagine your ex-girlfriend who cheated on you, then she goes on to win the lotto. The lotto, the Powerball that passed now, that 100 million. She goes on to, she cheated on you 9-9, and then she goes and wins the Powerball. That is like how it feels when Evanka scores against Chiefs. Amakhosi for life.